Hi and welcome. My name is Andrea of Andrea Gonzalez Motivations. I am here today to greet you with love, inspire you with hope, challenge you for change, and impact you for life. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. This is 2019. We have 52 weeks in this year to move our life into the realm of positive, to move forward in our dreams and our aspirations. We have 52 weeks. If you look at it and break it up into small pieces, we have 52 weeks to be our best self, to develop ourselves, and to get our life moving in the direction in which we have dreamed about, that we have been inspired to do, and also to become the best self that we can offer to anyone. This day, it's Tuesday, and I want to talk about something that sometimes when we're faced with different obstacles, we tend to lose, or it kind of slips away for a very quick second. I want to talk about keeping the faith. I want to introduce you to my daughter, Adriana, because our conversation has a lot to do with the situation that she has encountered recently. Adriana?
Hi.
So that's my daughter, Adriana, and she is in college at Tennessee State University. And so her dilemma was ever since August 2018, she's applied for financial aid and she submitted her paperwork and those things in a very timely fashion. And going back and forth to the financial aid office to find out where was her paperwork in the process and had it been completed so that she could figure out how to get the other remaining balance to be paid. So this process was extremely slow. It was so slow that the semester ended and her paperwork still had not been processed. Adriana found out recently that she wouldn't be able to come back to Tennessee State University on this coming Monday because of this paperwork not being done in a timely fashion. And so she was losing the faith. When I saw her in her bedroom, she was crying. She was very moved emotionally by what they told her. And so with that being said, I tried to encourage her of, you got to calm down. We got to keep believing, and we got to just continue to talk to someone else to get some other understandings. All is not lost. But I've been there, and I'm sure you've been there. When we're faced with life situations and they feel beyond our control, the amount of money they asked her to come up with in her mind as a 19-year-old student, she's like, where in the world could we ever put our hands on that kind of money? And how come I'm not able to apply for a loan because it's beyond the semester deadline date when I did everything that was required of me in a timely fashion, but it wasn't received and processed in a timely fashion on the end of the Tennessee State University financial aid department. And so it was very emotional because I understood how she felt. My education is up in the air. I don't know what's going on. And so life does that to us. Life presents us with situations, circumstances, and conditions that cause us to keep the faith. When it seems like, anything but faith is what's going on within us, because it is faith that keeps your foundation stable and on a solid ground to stand upon. So with this situation, I tried to calm Adriana down. Not only did I try to calm her down, but as I talked to various family and friends about the situation, I was talking to them that maybe that they could give me insight, that they could give me another angle or avenue or another person to call with further information. And so as in trying to encourage Adriana about keeping the faith, I explained to Adriana, I said, sweetheart, this obstacle hasn't come so that it can overtake you, but it came that you can be and experience this situation and become an overcomer. You cannot be successful in life if you're not able to overcome, if you're not able to withstand pressure, if you're not able to hurl over mountains. So with this situation, and Adriana and I talked about some various family members, I want to encourage you. Is life happening to you today? Are there hurdles that you're trying to jump over? Are there mountains that you're trying to climb? If that's where you find yourself today, I want to encourage you to keep the faith. I want to encourage you that this is not the end. I want to encourage you to get your bearings back, to breathe. And I want to encourage you to sit down and to calm yourself, calm your emotions, calm your thoughts, so that you can think clear, so that you can get a clear understanding of what's necessary and what you need to do to get to the other side of this obstacle, this situation, this circumstance or condition. As moms, we often want to, cuddle and cradle our children and tell them everything's going to be okay. As a mom, I wanted to do that, but I knew that this was a life lesson that she needed to understand, because these things happen. Paperwork gets misplaced. It gets lost in the shuffle. Someone doesn't do their job here or there. And then that messes other things up down the road. But this life lesson about how not to lose her faith as things happen to her, but to be able to take her faith. And if that's what she really believes, that this is the place for her to be, if this is the place and the time for her to be there, then things will come back into alignment for her. And I'm saying that to you. Things will come back into alignment for you. If this is where you're supposed to be, if that's what you're supposed to do, if that's where you're supposed to be navigating your life towards, things will come back into alignment. You will get, I call it revelation. You'll get a revelation. You'll get an understanding. You'll get a door that's open with information. And that's what happened today. So as I contacted the Federal Student Aid Department, I found out information that was extremely pertinent in order to get Adriana back into school with the information that they gave me. They made me aware that her information was turned in late. Therefore, she could not have asked or applied for the loan in which that Tennessee State said she could have with this information. When I made them aware of what this new information revealed, all of a sudden things began to turn around for Adriana. Not that they went around the merry-go-round and created something for Adriana extraordinary. That's not what happened. But what happened is, with this new information, we were able to go back and retro some things that were necessary in order for Adriana to attend TSU this coming Monday. I want to encourage you today that it's okay. It's okay that life is happening. It's okay that things aren't necessarily working out just the way you think they are. But with this new information, what's going to happen is this process for Adriana won't happen again, because Adriana now understands what she didn't do or what she needs to be more aware of in the years and months and semesters to come. Adriana understands how she can take the ball into her own hands and do follow through to make sure that her paperwork is being adequately processed and applied to her account. I don't want you to lose faith when things happen to you. That's the time to keep the faith. So when I spoke to family and friends and they encouraged me with this other information that I said, like I said to you today, that I contacted them and I found out the information that I needed to communicate to Tennessee State University. Not only were they receptive, but her whole situation just turned around. In 24 hours, her entire situation did a total 180-degree turnaround. And I am saying to you that I don't know how long it'll take for your turnaround, but I'm promising you, when you keep the faith, things will happen for you. Things will open up for you. You will get revelation, information, and an understanding that you can now take and apply to that hurdle, to that mountain, to that situation that you're experiencing. So when it looks dark, and when it looks dim, because looking at her, I could see that she thought that it was looking very bleak. It was looking very dark. It was looking like she was going to have to stay home instead of going to the school of her choice, the school of her desire. Tennessee State is a place that she has now decided to call home for the time being. I could look into her eyes and see that her faith and her belief was slipping away. And immediately I said, Adriana, you need to get your faith back. You need to secure your understanding of what you believe. Do you believe that you are supposed to be at this school at this time? then you need to believe that there will be a miracle and a way that the door opens for you to do what you think and believe that you're supposed to do. So these are 3 tips that I can give to you that I just worked through with my daughter about keeping the faith. Number 1 is pray and believe in what you're praying for. Sometimes we pray, but we don't believe in what we're praying for. And at that point, we cancel out the prayer in that which we said we believed. If you pray, then believe in what you're praying for. Number 2 is talk to those who will encourage you during this time to not give up, but they can be the support that you need to keep moving forward, to ask the right questions, to seek out someone else that can give you information. Seek out people who are there to encourage you because they love you and they care about the things that you care about. And 3, remain calm. Remain calm in situations that seem beyond your control. Remain calm. Remaining calm and seeking out the proper resources in order to be successful at the end of what you're trying to do is very necessary. After she calmed down, I could talk to her. She could clearly understand the position that we were in. And not only did she understand the position that we were in, but she also could understand the avenue that we were going to take with the new information that we found out. But while she was up in arms crying and the whole thing going on emotionally, I was not able to reason with her. I was not able to help her to see that there's going to be a way that is made. Just calm down. So today, on this Tuesday, I want you to think about it. I want you to talk about it. And then I want you to do something about it. I want you to keep the faith. I want when life situations happen, I want when life circumstances come into your presence, when there are mountains to climb and hurdles to jump over, I want you to remain true to your faith. I want you to keep the faith. I'm here to encourage you and to build up that better self that's in you. And when you keep the faith, and when you pray and believe in what you're praying for, when you remain calm, and when you surround yourself with those that support you, I am here to guarantee you that something will happen. I hope I've encouraged you. I hope that I have inspired you for change and challenge. Don't forget, no matter what happens to you in life, always keep the faith.